What an unbelievable comeback. How do you think your boys pulled it off in the end?
Yeah, what did they score? 61 at the half. It's not the next level of defence that we were hoping for in the first half. And there was a lot of things. You know, it wasn't a berate at half time. It was, you know, we gave up second chance points. We gave up points off turnovers. There was a lot of things that, you know, just with a physicality side and a smart side that we gave them points. But then once they got into their offense, we just felt like we were chasing. We were a step late on everything, and we just couldn't catch up. That got them to the rim, and they shot the ball pretty well, you know, through that first half as well. So, yeah, I thought the group that came out after half time, you know, made a change defensively. You know, Shaylee was a massive part of that, and, you know, just changed the game by getting deflections and getting on the floor and doing those things. We tidy up the rebounding, do a much better job, not give them second chance points, and just, you know, put them more in the mid-range, contested rather than being at the rim and fouling. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we tidied up the second half, and yeah, hold them to 30. It was you know, it's where we want to try and get to defensively.
Were you surprised you were out hustled a bit on those 50-50 balls in that first half? With what was at stake?
I'm not sure. I think when, you know, to me it wasn't an effort thing. It was more about that we were just trying to catch up. So we were in poor positions to go ahead and make the play that we needed to make at the end of the shot clock or those hustle plays. So do I say I was disappointed with how we weren't a step ahead in the first half? Yeah, I was disappointed with that, and I thought, you know, once we committed to, you know, just making everything harder, you know, that we were a much better team.
How happy are you with your late game execution? I mean, you've had a lot of tight wins since the start of the new year in particular. You must be delighted with that, because it's something you wanted to focus on this season.
Yeah, you know, we went to, you know, Shay has 2 free throws. We have a defence that we wanted. If we were 4 up, you know, we committed to fouling, you know, being 3 up today, and, you know, executing out of bounds play, and you know, still didn't quite make our free throws. It's still been an area of the game that we've improved a lot this year overall, but we've had a number of games where we're around that, you know, 50% mark from the foul line. So that's a part of the execution that we want to get better. But I thought, you know, I think we end up with 25 second chance points. I think we actually finished up with 15 second chance points in the fourth quarter, and you know, some of the tip outs from Marcus and IC makes it. You know, Shaylee comes up with a massive O-board there a couple of times. KB, you know, we just you know, willed ourselves if we were going to miss shots to keep attacking the glass, and, you know, obviously with, you know, Magne not being around, we knew there was an opportunity to go get second shots as well, and so yeah, I loved our desire in the second half and the fourth quarter.
The deliberate foul with 8.3 seconds left. Was that a bit quick, do you feel, or will you like more?
Yeah, certainly something that, you know, they have a play that after that catch that they're looking to move it really quickly with some back screens and different things. So I think if that pass gets off, and we're probably scrambling to make it a really difficult place to foul. So, yeah, ideally you'd love to foul over halfway and take 6 or 7 seconds off it if you could, but you know, I'm pretty pleased with, you know, how we handled it.
And you touched on, you know, Shay Gilly's performance. I mean, it was huge, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, we wanted him to make some threes, and, you know, he knocks in his 2 threes. You know, guarded both Doyle and Crawford, and you know, they both had their moments, but yeah, you know, when it came to it, he made Doyle's 3 that he makes down the stretch as tough as it can possibly be, but then yeah, he changed the game with his pace and his attack, and he changed the game with the deflections and the loose balls that he came up with that won us extra possessions. Yeah, KB the same. You know, I thought he had an outstanding game tonight. You know, Whitey went into the game, a bit of a game time decision, and so his back wasn't perfect tonight, but we knew we needed more from KB, and he really stepped up.
Well, early in the game, their bench points were crucial, you know, the Jackies, but like you said, KB came into the game and he turned it a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I thought the group that we started in both start of the third, coming out of the half, IC and KB in that group, and same with the start of the fourth. I thought those two areas right there, they got us back into the game, and that 10-point margin, we got it down to 5 or 6 or something like that, and they kind of go back to 10, but then they got it back down again, and so they weathered some storms and. Again, effort, execution, just a willingness to make their shots tougher at the other end.
Kyle, at any point in that game, did you ever think this is slipping away, or with the experience in your team, was it always let's work each possession at a time here?
No, I wouldn't say that. For as long as I've been here, we've been a solution-based group, so we always kind of have that belief that we're always in it. Like Dean kind of mentioned, that first half was a little disappointing in terms of the hustle plays, our connection, physicality, just little things that we want to be better at and we should be better at. But it never got to a point where we felt like we couldn't win, and really proud of the fellas tonight, just gutsy effort. We've touched on Shill. As a massive leader in this group, he kind of showed us what it needs to be at this point of the year. So, yeah, big props to Shilly.
And those hustle plays are something that's your stock and trade, isn't it? Is that what you wanted to bring to the table when you come onto the court?
Yeah, absolutely. And full credit to Tasmania. That's what they're great at too. The hustle, the physicality stuff. So we knew that was going to be a war tonight. And if I'm one of the guys on the squad that can, kind of lead in that area, that's what I want to be every single night. So was really happy with some of my efforts on the offensive glass. Some shows that we were really emphasizing all week. Just little areas, because we've got so much talent on this team. At some moments it's kind of taken care of, and we just need guys to, lay it out there, and I'm happy to be one of those guys for sure.
What makes Tassie such a tough team for you guys to beat in particular?
They're always tough. I don't think it matters who you are. I think they're just super well coached, super disciplined. Obviously you got super talented guys, but yeah, super gutsy win from us, and I'm just really proud of Melbourne United tonight.
Dean, it looked like an emotionally fueled second half. What was the message at half-time? And Kyle mentioned before, you guys are really a solution-based group. What was that solution that you had to implement for that second half?
Yeah, the things I've already spoken about. There was those two effort areas, getting back after we turn it over, O-boards, and the connection, in our coverage, and we're asking our bigs to get up to a level a little bit more and really deter their three ball. But I thought they got behind our head, a little bit easy a couple of times. But yeah, it was sitting down guarding one-on-one, and it's been something that we've really tried to work on over this last couple of months, about just being able to slide and put your chest and do it without fouling. And we weren't good enough that first half. And then offensively, I just thought the aggressive coverage just didn't let us move the basketball as quick as we needed to, and they obviously made CG's life difficult in not letting him come uphill. And so what are some of the solutions to help him try and find some easy shots as well?
Was Tanner Krebs subbing in, I guess, alongside CG as well for a period of time, I guess a solution for that?
Yeah, there's always opportunities for, if we feel like we need an extra shooter on the floor, to either have those two play together or have Tanner move up to the 4 a little bit. And so we used a little bit of that tonight. But yeah, I'm happy for Tanner. I thought he's had a really good month, and for him to be in that moment at the end of the game and have free throws and experience those kind of things is something that we're really asking from him to get ready for playoffs, to be in those kind of moments.
Kyle, how difficult is it as a player, when you sort of creep back to that 5 or 6 point margin and they're able to extend it, back to 10, 11, 12, and eventually 16, and then, claw back once again? Yeah,
it's frustrating. I've said in a couple on-court presses that, it was a gutsy win, but yeah, Tasmania definitely have a knack of hitting timely shots, but if anything, it just challenges us to be better, and we made some timely plays as well, offensive boards, big tip-out steals, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, as much as they were making timely shots and everything like that, we had our moments tonight as well.
What are you sort of thinking to yourself when they're making timely shots, and how you kind of respond to that?
Just be better. There's always an answer for why we give up a certain shot or a certain look. So I think it's just really important to stay in the moment, stay present, and not break apart, which some teams do. But thankfully for us, we're, like you say, a solution-based group, and we're always looking, next play.
Dean, how did Jack White pull up anyway? You only played the 15 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't spoken to him after the game yet, but he got through it, which was, really pleasing, and didn't practice a lot through the week, and so we got him up, and he gave us what he could tonight, and that turned into fouling out fairly quickly for him, but hopefully by playing he hasn't done any damage or anything, but I'm pretty sure he looked pretty good at the end of the game, so get him ready for next week.
And just back to the guy next year, feels like he's been right place, right time all season defensively. One of your really solid, better defenders in a year when you've had an up and down year at that end. Tonight we saw it offensively, and we probably haven't seen a ton of it. But is that the sort of expectation moving forward that for him to develop his game?
Oh, for sure. He's worked so hard on his shot, and it's made a massive improvement from last year to this year, and we'll continue to see that grow as time goes along. And as you say, right spot, and you saw us when we got it to the short roll tonight, and he's making cuts along the baseline, had a nice little keep it tonight and go finish at the rim as well. So you start to see some of those things. You say, yeah, this is where he has the ability to expand his offensive game, but being in the right spot and making shots is going to be important as well.
Looked like you had a bit of fun with Robbie Lowe tonight. The two bigs, kind of him setting you up a couple of times on those back doors. Yeah,
absolutely. He's definitely one of the more intelligent bigs and players in general that I've played with, and he's always going to make the right play. So, like you say, it's about being in the right place at the right time. I don't think any of my buckets tonight were super fancy or anything. If anything, I should have dunked a few of them. But being in the right place, and not only Robbie, but a lot of these guys, well, every guy on this roster will find you. So,
That's a pretty important round, for the league and also for United. Given I guess your cultural history with Pride Round and the things that have gone on in the four walls. Can you talk a bit about what it means for the club and for the league?
Yeah, firstly, being back home and having the turnout that we have tonight, when Gak was shooting those free throws, that's probably one of the loudest I've actually heard our gym. But for who we are as a club, basketball, we want it to be an inclusive game and for everybody. And when you play pickup ball, I think it's one of the greatest things. You just turn up to a gym and whoever's there, let's play and let's find a way. And and that's how our sport should be. And I think we are one of the most inclusive sports in the world when you see the different nationalities that we've all got playing together, and then to have the pride and just the group. Trying to drive this message forward a little bit after what we experienced with Isaac. I thought it was a great night for pushing that forward.
Kyle, what is it about Dean's leadership that really allows players to flourish?
He's definitely a challenging coach. He's always on guys wanting us to be better, and I think as much as he's animated on the sidelines, he's always very level-headed and knows what to execute in the right moment. So. Dean's been great, not only for me, but this whole group, and, we trust him to lead us into hopefully a very successful playoff run soon.
We've got one left, boys. It's a big one next week. South East Melbourne, home throwdown. How important is it? How big is it?
Yeah, as going into this round, we knew, we control our ability to be a top two team, and nothing changes with that. We do play the last game. We'll have an understanding of where everything else sits, but still, if we win that basketball game, we're guaranteed a top two spot, and that's what this club strives for every year, is to get those home playoff games and play in front of a crowd like we did today. So, we'll watch. We'll see what else is going along around the league. It's been a wild weekend already. Just watching basketball games. I'm like, even we've been up in Brisbane, and night before a game, we're all standing up cheering, and it's been fun just watching this league as it comes to a close, and the play-in concept and having 6 teams and having people battle for the 6th spot, having people battle for the 2nd spot. it's been great. You know, every possession matters, and every game is being played at a high level. So, yeah, loving this time of year.